And then, chat, they're like, we can't get the ton off. So the fireman, he gets the axe, chat, and goes, ah, and he severs Flick's ton, chat. His ton is useless. It was already black and blue. It had to be removed. And they sever his fucking ton, chat. It's a goddamn, oh my God. You even see the teacher holding his face as the blood is pooling in her hand. It's a dark part of the movie. Really, really dark, chat. Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content on my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games. I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video.
A Christmas Story.
Ah, fragile. It must be Italian.
Now, my friends, let's go ahead and jump into the nitty-gritty details, chat. We open up. Oh, my God. Mr. Hunter, thank you for the biddies. Before you review, just want to give you a heads up in case you haven't heard. Cyberpunk Update 1.06 is up, and the Cold War Update added prop hunt object hide. Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I didn't know they did that for Cult. That'd be really cool to play. I thought that was like in Gary's mod and shit. Oh, that's awesome, Sherman. Thank you for letting me know. That's really, really cool. Really, really cool. Thank you. That might be fun to play in the future, chat. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, my friend. But chat, we open up to the whimsy of post-war America, chat. It's the end of World War II. We fucking beat the goddamn Nazis, chat. We beat the Japanese. We beat them all, chat. We are one of two world superpowers, chat. It's the United States of America and the Soviet Union, chat. But we did come out on top. We did come on top because the continental United States was not attacked, chat. Hawaii was attacked, obviously, but the continental United States was preserved. Russia has gone through a lot, chat. The Soviet Union has gone through a lot, and so they were still they're licking their wounds, chat, from World War II. But America, we're feeling pretty goddamn good about ourselves, chat. And it's all about the corporatization, the capitalization of the holiday Christmas, chat. And we're introduced to the character of Ralphie, chat. I don't know what his last name is, chat. I actually never know. I've never known what his last name is, chat. We never know. He's never told us. His name is Ralphie, chat, and he is reaping, chat, the rewards, the awards of post-World War II America, chat. He lives a very comfortable life in the Midwest with his parents, chat, which he just refers to his father as the old man. He's got an old dad. So you could tell that, like, Ralphie's dad was definitely in World War II, chat. I would not be surprised in both the European and Pacific theater, chat. He killed a lot of people, all right? And he's dealing with the post-traumatic stress, chat, and in the best way possible, chat, which is just not talking about it, and placing his anxiety at work, chat, and his never-ending desire to win something. The Parkers, very simple name. Thank you, Chris Fish. See, that's what you guys are here, so you can correct me. Bring in the right information. Thank you so much. So Ralphie Parker, Chad, and you got Mr. Parker. I'm going to call him the old man. And see, he's dealing with the PTSD, and all he wants to do, Chad, is win something. And I'm going to tell you right now, the wife, his mom, Ralphie's mom, Mrs. Parker, she is the best character in the movie, chat, because she is the actual glue who's holding this family together, chat. I mean, she fucking cooks, she cleans, she takes care of the boys, she does the actual parenting. Well, goddamn, the old man, Ralphie's dad, comes home, just eats his food and does nothing. That's all, and fixes the radiator. That's all he does, chat, and replaces tires sometimes when they get a flat on the open road. But the mom is the MVP of this movie, even though, listen, not taking away the old man's contributions to America's victories in the European Pacific theater, chat, but he's not the same person he once was, and he's an old. You ever had like an old dad, chat? Like, you ever seen like even back in the days, like when you were in middle school or something, and you see all the dads, and it's like, but you notice that one dad who was just a little bit older than all the other ones, chat, he moves slower, and it was like, he's like, Ralphie's dad is an old dad. You can just tell he's balding. He looks like he's 65 at this point, so life is just kind of beating him down a little bit, chat. And the only pleasure he has is winning something, no matter what it is, or fighting with the radiator, chat. That's all he desires. But the film opens up, chat, and we see Ralphie, he's narrating his own movie, chat. He's remembering when he's an old man, I guess, talking about his childhood in 1947, chat. Thank you, Nia Brownie. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Christopher. Hey, Juicy Kane. How you doing? Hard hands, Nia Brownie. I'm doing great. I'm setting the scene of A Christmas Story. It's post-war America, okay? We're reaping the benefits from our conquest of Europe and Asia. Okay, and we're two superpowers, and Ralphie, he is enjoying his time. Yeah, thank you. We're just dancing. We're just dancing too. And so Ralphie, the movie opens up, chat. Whimsy, 1947 Whimsy. All these this little snow-covered Midwestern city, chat. I'm not sure where we are, but it's somewhere, maybe Chicago. Maybe we're in Chicago. I'm not sure, but. We see Ralphie, he's running around with his little friend chat, and they're going to go to like the main like city square chat, because that's where they're going to debut all the new toys, and they're very excited. And we have Ralphie, old Ralphie, coming in talking about, oh yeah, there's me, and my fat fucking face. I loved to refer to himself. He's like, guy looks like such a goddamn dweeb. And he has his little brother there, chat. He's like, he can't put his arms, I can't put my arms down. He can't do it yet, chat. And so he's always trailing behind. And Ralphie can give a shit less about his brother, chat, because he just wants to hang out with his friends, chat. Wants to hang out with Schwartz and Flick. That's who he wants to hang out with. And so they go to the town square, chat, and that's where the money's on full display, because, you know, they had to make sure that this looked like a period piece, chat. This is 1947 post-war America, and they did a very good job in terms of the costuming, chat. They even got some GIs, male and female GIs, chat, wearing the military uniforms and everything. I was like, this is very, very accurate. I got to give it to him, chat. Like, I love how it's sometimes you forget it when you're just watching a movie, but like the background stuff, it's like you really nailed the aesthetic of this time period. Like, I don't think there's any slip-ups. At least if there is, I didn't catch anything. I think it's like 1947. I don't think we're in the 50s. I think we're still in the 40s. Maybe we're even the 30s. Maybe it's even the 30s shit. Maybe I'm wrong. I always thought it was like 47. Could be even even longer ago. I think it's like, I'm gonna say it's 47 shit. I got that sense, because TV, you're not seeing many TVs yet. Everyone still has a radio though, so TVs they're not in everybody's home yet. I noticed in this film there's like no TVs around. Thank you, Mr. Pancake. Thank you for the host. We do appreciate that. Welcome to stream. I'm setting the scene of A Christmas Story. So we're following Ralphie's kids, or not Ralphie's kids, but we're following Ralphie and his friends, and they go to the town square, chat, and they pushed all the people aside, because as we all know, chat, children, they're sociopaths. You're not born with a moral compass that is taught to you. Morality is taught, chat. It's not genetically passed down from individual to individual, okay? You have to teach these kids morality. And Ralphie and his friends have none of that, chat. They're little liars. They're little sons of bitches. And they fucking pushing the GIs out of the way. You see this, I remember in the movie, I was like, oh my God. You see this GI couple, chat, this man, this woman, and they're like looking very respectfully at the window of all the stuff. You know, maybe they're like, hey, maybe we're going to have kids someday, and maybe we can get them one of those. And they're like, yeah. And they're all happy and shit, and they're cuddling and things. And fucking Ralphie's, move over, bitch. Just pushes her out of the way, chat. It's like, what are you doing, you little shit? It's terrible. Chris, children are empty demonic vessels. They are initially. It's true. They are. Dark Slayer, thank you for the 5 days. TVs were really in people's homes till the mid-50s. Exactly. And they were expensive. Yeah, of course. And that's why you see like a lot of radios in this. That's why I think this takes place in the 40s. Maybe it's in the 30s. I don't get the sense it is. I think it's like 47. Mr. Pancake. Hey, Chris, my Twitch name used to be Chris Herman. Whoa, my secret bro. I made out of the hole and had to start a new life with new name. I understand. Listen, Mr. Pancake, I get it. You shouldn't be under my yoke anymore, okay? I'm glad you escaped from the pit. Yeah, that's what I always want. That's why I put you in that goddamn pit, so you can come out of there, you can be your own person. Secret bro, but you'll always be my secret bro, my friend. Mr. Pancake, thank you for making your new appearance, your reappearance under a new name. I appreciate you. Cheers and salute to you, my friend. Welcome back to the stream. Austin, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the host, good sir. Hope you're doing very well. But yeah, Ralphie pushes the people out of the way, and all his friends are just like, they're right on the glass, and they're just breathing heavy. They're smushing their faces and look like they got little pig noses and shit. Right into the glass, just looking around like all the toys and shit. All the fucking American corporatized whimsy. And you know what the one toy that catches Ralphie's eye, Chad? The one toy that catches Ralphie's eye is the Red Ryder BB gun, Chad. The air rifle. It's the hottest toy out there, Red Ryder, Chad. It's a great American radio western. He loves the series. All of his friends want that goddamn gun, and that's what Ralphie wants. This whole movie's about a kid wanting to get a gun. That's what it is. I'm sure Second Amendment people and and the NRA, they love this fucking movie. This must be show your kids this. The Red Ryder, baby. That's what it's all about. And he has to somehow convince his goddamn parents to buy him one of these, Chad, because it's hard. It's hard to do so. You know, these guns are typically these air guns, Chad, these BB guns. A lot of parents consider them to be dangerous, Chad, for one very specific reason. And you'll hear about this reason in a hot minute. And then, Chet, we cut to the morning, and we see Ralphie. He just spent his entire night just dreaming of this gun. See, that's why he went on to make fucking drones in Far From Home, Chet. He went from an air rifle to making killer goddamn drones that make giant hologram monsters that destroy Europe and all these other countries around the world for Quentin Beck. It's all baked in, Chet. The history's here. Don't think it's future head of the NRA. Yeah, exactly. He found the organization. It makes too much sense, Chet. But he's just reminiscent, and he's just thinking about how do I manipulate my parents to buying this gun for me. That's the premise of the movie. That's all it is. Ooh, is this individual giving me that follow, Chad? Very, very kind. Fart notification bot. That's a good name, bot. I like that. I like that name. I will allow it on my stream. Fart notification bot. Great. But he's trying to think how to manipulate his parents, Chad. And all of a sudden, he hears his mom calling from the kitchen, Ralphie! Ralphie! Just screaming for him, and his little brother. His little brother want them both to get their goddamn heinies downstairs, Chat. Okay? Because they got to eat breakfast and they got to get to school. That's the objective right now. And so he keeps screaming shit. And then Ralphie, because he's a sociopath, his little brother got to their little cabinet full of their dresser full of their clothes and shit, and he's putting on his clothes on, and he just fucking lifts his brother up and throws him. And Ralphie's like, Ralphie, no, I was here first. And Ralphie's like, get the fuck out of here. He doesn't care shit. He has no sense of morality. And he gets all of his shit, Chat. And then he goes to his parents' room. And I love it because this is so of the time, Chad. You see the two twin beds. You know, I was like, I'm sure, the old man, the old lady, they push those beds together occasionally, Chad, to make their two sons. Yes, we all know. We see the two twin beds. I get the sense the marriage is kind of on the rocks too, Chad. They're going through some stressful times. But he takes his mother's magazine of life, Chat, and he inserts a page from one of his toy magazines for the Red Ryder BB gun, slides that shit on there, Chat. Ooh, he's nailed it. So as soon as she opens up her to the page of life, she'll see an advertisement, advertisement, Chat, for the Red Ryder BB gun. And he puts that delicately on the bed right next to the pillow. It's like, that's too much. You shouldn't have done that, Ralphie. It's very obvious. You should have just slid that back in there. Now she's gonna know what the advertisement is. It's you fucked up, kid. And he goes back downstairs. She goes downstairs, and the mother's like, Ralphie, and he gets there, Chat. Got his eggs and everything. Got the bacon. The old man's there, Chad. He's doing a crossword puzzle. He's talking about the news and shit. And the mom is very much smarter than the dad, Chad. There's no question. Because she knows all these goddamn facts. The dad. His obsession, Chet, other than the radiator, is wanting to win something, Chet. He didn't get a lot. I mean, he's on the GI Bill. He gets that fucking money, on a monthly basis, Chet, from good old Uncle Sam. But he wants more than just some cash from the GI Bill, Chet. He wants something that's like, hey, I won this. Look at this thing I have. Behold. And he's always trying to win things. And he's doing a crossword puzzle where he could potentially win $50,000, shit. Whoa, it's a lot of money. And he's asking a question like, all right, what is the name of the Lone Ranger's cousin's horse? And he's like, I don't know who the fuck that is. And maybe even little Ralphie's like, I don't know either. But the mom knows, Victor. She knows instantly. She says, how do you know that? And she goes, everybody knows that. And he's like, fuck you. So the marriage is on the rocks, shit. And so Ralphie, he's trying to find a way to worm into the conversation of what he wants for Christmas, Chet. And so his first thing he says is, I saw some fucking grizzly bears near the candy store. And they're sitting like, what the fuck did you just say? They're confused at him. I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, ha 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 ha. I'm like, all right, whatever. And the dad, he's like, I got it. But then, chat, they hear some rumbling downstairs. And it's the radiator, chat. It's the goddamn radiator. It's on the fucking fritz. And he's like, oh, shit. Because there's a mom knows what's going to happen. Ralphie knows. But Ralphie's dad, like, what he wants for Christmas, chat, is a radiator. But he loves battling the radiator, chat. It's like he's taken back to the European front, to the Pacific front, chat, when he's fighting the Germans and the Japanese. And so he goes down there, chat, and he just starts fucking swearing up a goddamn storm, trying to fix this thing, chat. Goddamn smoke is soot is all coming up there, chat. It's a health hazard. Don't breathe that in. Don't breathe that in. And so, Ralphie's mom, she tries to distract him from the fathers just dropping all sorts of slurs and bad words. Just terrible. Thank you to Dogs and Timmies. He's making hot, sweaty sex in the radio. Maybe that's how he starts his day, chat. I don't know. Maybe he's got like a fetish for inanimate objects. I'm not sure. Would not be surprised, though, D. Carlos. That's a good point. And so Ralphie's mom, she asked him, what do you want for Christmas, Ralph? And Ralphie's like, I can't fucking blow this. I got to be subtle. But he's not subtle at all, Chad. He's a little kid. Doesn't know how to be subtle. And he says, I want the Red Ryder BB action airsoft rifle. Ooh. Gave out too much information, Chad, she says. And we have the iconic line in the movie, Chad. You'll shoot your eye out with one of those. You'll shoot your eye out, Ralphie. Goes, God damn it. The quintessential mom/dad line to buying BB guns. He's like, God damn it, I got to somehow figure out how to get this gun. I got to do better. And he's like, I was just kidding, Mom. I just wanted some Tinker toys. He's like, fucking Tinker toys. And everybody's like, you didn't want Tinker toys, you dumb little shit. It's rough, though. It's rough. And also you have, what's his name? What's his little brother's? I always forget his brother's name, chat. What the hell is that little kid's name? Let me make sure I know this kid's name, chat. Randy doesn't like to eat food, chat. He just wants to eat his porridge. He's like, he's not eating it at all, chat. He does not care. But now is not the time for thinking about the Red Ryder BB gun, chat. They got to go to school. And so Ralphie's mom, she wants to make sure that her boys are warm because there's no fucking bus, chat. This is 1947 and public transportation is shit. And so we have to somehow make sure that our boys survive the 5-mile trek to their school in downtown the city. And so Ralphie, he's dressed warmly. He's got all the shit, but she wants to make sure that Randy, he's completely covered head to toe, chat. And she's like, Randy just gives up because he just lets his mother dress him, and she's like shoving him in all these jackets and parkers and shit to the point where he just looks like a red Pillsbury doughboy, chat, just waddling around and shit. And eventually, she's like putting a scarf around his entire face. He goes, she's like, what? What is it? He's like, because he can't even fucking breathe. Because you can't breathe. You're smothering your son. And she unwraps him, Chad. She unwraps him. And she's like, what is? He's like, I can't put my arms down. And she's like, what? And because his arm's just sticking out like here, Chad, like he's been fucking crucified. And she grabs his arm, Chad, and like puts them down. They go, whoop. And they go right back up, Chad. Just whoop. And he goes, you can put your arms down at school. He's like, no! And she wraps him back up in the thing. She's like, all right, Ralphie, make sure your brother gets to school. And they kicks him out the goddamn front door. And they hear their father working on the radiator still, chat, on the furnace, and he's still swearing up a goddamn storm, chat. But eventually they meet up with all their friends. You got fucking what's his name, Schwartz. You got Schwartz, chat. You got Flick. They're all right there. And so they're walking to school, chat. But little fucking, Randy, he's trailing behind, chat, because he can barely fucking move. He's like waddling, chat. And eventually all these kids like come near him, chat, and they just fucking knock him down. And he can't get up. He's like, hey, kid. Oh, I can't get up. I can't get up. He's like, and Ralphie's like, get up. What are you doing? He says, I can't get up. Ralphie's like, oh my God. All right, hold on. And he goes back and gets his brother, lifts him up. He's like, you're okay. Don't cry. Let's go to school. It's fucking hilarious. I have Life Alert. Yeah, this kid needs Life Alert, chat. He created Life Alert, I imagine. The trauma of his mother stuffing him in so many goddamn coats for years upon years upon years. Finally realized, like, if people can't get up, they can call someone. He created Life Alert. It makes too much sense, Chet. But eventually, they all get to school, Chet. They all get to school, and we're introduced to the very lovely school teacher. who teaches their class, chat. But the thing is that the kids are always pulling, because they're little sociopaths, they're always pulling pranks on her, chat. And so they all have these fake wax teeth, and they all shove them up into their goddamn gobs. And so when the teacher walks in, she's like, hello, class. And they say, hello, teacher lady. And they're all like, they look like goddamn Jerry Lewis, chat. And she's like, these little fucking shits. And she turns around, they all have these giant buck teeth. And it's like, she just holds out her hand like this. And I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be disgusting. And each one of them, chat, one at a time, they go ahead and they put the fake teeth in her hand. So you imagine, like, one of those kids, like, really hates the teacher, going, they just totally just coat in their saliva, chat, and put in her hand. And she's like, this is disgusting. This is pre-corona, chat. This is pre-corona. Alex Burnell, welcome to stream. I'm doing very well. Just in the middle of the scene when all the kids are putting the wax teeth in their gobs, and they're just vomiting their saliva on them and handing them to the teacher. She went through way too much. Yeah, way too much. Oh, Click to Go Milkman, welcome to stream. Hope you're doing very well. C-Map, got to see it right there. Welcome. And then she opens a drawer, chat, that is filled with all sorts of stuff that would probably be illegal right now because of the chemicals and the paints that are on them. And she puts all the teeth in there. And, you know, then the kids are like, they're not paying attention to what the hell she's saying. Chat, reading a goddamn book. But later we're at recess. Chat, we're at recess. Oh, and shit is going down at recess, chat, because there's an argument brewing between Schwartz and Flick, Ralphie's two best friends. These are his best friends in the world. And Schwartz, he's telling Flick that, listen, my uncle's brother, or my uncle's friend said that if you stick your tongue to the metallic pole, it'll get stuck there. And they're like, no, it won't. And, like, you know, Flick's like, oh, bullshit, ain't gonna happen. And, you know, Schwartz is like, it's true. He's like, no, you're full of shit. And he's like, hey, man, I double dare you to do it. Everyone's like, oh, shit, he double dared him. It's like, oh, shit, we're getting into the double dare rules, shit. People daring each other to do things. This is kid logic right here. And Flick's just like, come on, man, that's not enough to do it. And Flick says, I'll double dog dare you. It's like, ooh, double dog dare, chat? That's a rough one. Now, the thing is, chat, after a double dog dare, you can go to a triple dare, but then the ultimate one is a triple dog dare, okay? And when you go to a triple dog dare, you gotta do it or you a bitch. Them's the rules, chat. Them's the rules. But Flick, he sees like, well, I still got some wiggle room here. Recess is about to end like in 2 minutes. I think I can hold out. And he's like, come on, man. Nah, it's not true. And fucking Schwartz pulls a fast one in chat. I triple dog dare. Everyone goes, oh, he triple dog dared him. He triple dog. Even Ralphie's like, oh my shit. All the kids are like, oh my God. And and Flick is like, shit. He has to do it, chat. He's been triple dog dared. You can't back out of that. You can't back out of there. You'll be shamed for the rest of your life, and it will affect you for your entire life into high school, into college, into your adult life. You'll live the shame forever, chat. And he has to do it now. He has to do it, or he won't be complete. And so he fucking sticks his fucking tongue out, chat. And he sticks it right to that point. He says, see, it's not stuck. It's a, and this kid, like all the kids in this movie just squeal at the top of their lunch, chat, and they go, I can't even do it anymore. My voice is too deep for me to do it, chat. But the level of fucking, the shame. Yes, Anime. But his fucking squealies, he realized he can't unstick his tongue. He's like, just, oh my God, it's like a bunch of pigs being slaughtered or something, chat. It's like just squealing. And the thing is, though, chat, he's like waving for people to help him. The kids are like, we ain't gonna help you. No loyalty among friends, chat. No loyalty among friends. And soon the fucking bell rings, chat. Like, again, if he just waited another minute, if he was triple dare instead of triple dog dare, chat, he would have made it out of it. Katie, welcome to Shipping with the 15 biddies. Good evening to you. We're in the middle of the ton scene. The ton scene with Flick. He's just been triple dog dared by Schwartz. And he's stuck to the pole at this point. And the bell rings, shit. Everyone starts to leave. And, you know, we have Flick going, Ray, come back, come back, come back. He's like, the bell rang. We gotta go. We have to follow what the bell told us. We gotta go back to class. And they fucking abandoned him outside, chat. Thank you, Doctor, the 5 minutes. Time to cut off his tongue. And so And they all go back to class, while fucking flicking and screeching. And we all go back to class, and the teacher comes in, Chad. This teacher, she does, her and the mom, Chad, the MVPs of the movie. Oh, what's the teacher's name? I gotta give some respect to the teacher, Chad. Hold on here. Who? Miss Shields. Miss Shields, Chad. Let's give some respect to Miss Shields, played by Teddy Moore. Still active today. Still active today, Chet. Still acting right now. Good for her. Wowa weewa. 75 years old. Still acting, Chet. Has 4 kids. Has a ward, Chet. Wow. That's awesome. Good for her. Good for her, Chet. Miss Shields, MVP. Her and the mom. But she comes in the class, Chet. Miss Shields comes into the class, and she's like, where's Flick? And no one's fucking saying anything. No one. They're just sitting at their desk, and they're all fucking guilty. They're just like, ugh. And then there's one little girl at the front. She's just like, and she's like, yes. And she just points. She just points outside. And the teacher's like, oh my God! She goes to the front window, Chad. She sees this Flick is just frozen out there, dead. It's a very blustery Chicago winter, Chad. Just frozen to the fucking pole. She's like, oh! And she goes out there. She doesn't even put a goddamn coat on. She's just so scared because, like, I am not going to get fired over this. This is not my goddamn fault. And she goes out there, Chad. She goes out there to goes to Flick to comfort him, Chad. He's fucking squealing his little ass off. And then all of a sudden, Chad, the fire department comes by. And it's like, the kids are like, holy shit, it's the fire department, it's the fire brigade. And Ralphie's just like, oh no, I'm dead. And like Schwartz is like, oh my God, my mom's gonna kill me. And then, Chat, the fucking police stop by. The police are there, and they're all surrounding this kid. And they're like, oh, my God, it's the cops. They're like, oh, no. And then, Chat, they're like, we can't get the ton off. So the fireman, he gets the axe, Chat, and goes, ah, and he severs Flick's ton, Chat. His ton is useless. It was already black and blue. It had to be removed. And they sever his fucking ton, Chat. It's a goddamn, oh, my God. You even see the teacher holding his face as the blood is pooling in her hand. It's a dark part of the movie. Really, really dark, Chat. And they go back in the classroom, and they've bandaged what's left of his tongue. He can't talk anymore. It's all he's saying. And she is looking. She knows who did it, but she says, okay, so Flick has refused to reveal the culprits who bullied him into doing this, but I am sure that they feel the guilt is even worse than actually telling the truth. And she's saying this right in front of Ralphie and Schwartz. She's like, I know you two little motherfuckers did this. I know you fucking did it, and I know you did it, but I don't have the evidence, but I know it was you. And they're looking at her like, oh, you know it was us, bitch. Terrible, little sociopaths, yeah. This was the origins of mine. Like, kids are shits. Kids are little shits, yeah. But Ralphie's this is when I knew Ralphie was a sociopath. He says, now, obviously, as kids, we knew that it would be far worse to tell the truth. We always wanted to get away with it, because the punishment would be so much worse. And they're just sitting there just going, and the teacher, Miss Shields, is so pissed. And she goes back to the goddamn chalkboard, and she's like, all right, you little shits. I want you to, for homework tonight, I want you to write a theme. And they're like, oh, a theme? Meanwhile, fucking Flick's like, I can't talk anymore. It's terrible. And the theme is, Jeff, for this particular essay is what I want for Christmas. And Ralphie's like, that's it. That's it. I'll talk about in my theme, my essay, how I want a Red Ryder BB gun. And if I get a good grade on it and show it to my parents, that'll prove that that is the best gift they can get me and that I'm responsible enough to own one. That's his logic. That's what we're going with. He's like, perfect. This is great. It's absolutely great. Ooh, it's Josh.
There goes Mr. Grimm. If they gave a prize for being mean, the winner would be
him. Josh, thank you so much for the gifted sub, good sir. To Nia Brownie, you have 5 minutes long after reviewing. That's awesome. I have seen parts of the Christmas Story too. It is not good. It is not good, King. Thank you, Josh, for another gifted sub to Larry Miguel. The winner would be him. Thank you, man. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing very well, man. Thank you for generosity. So, chat, they're going home. They're all leaving. And fucking, the kids apparently forgive each other very easily, chat, because they got Flick He's like, it didn't even hurt me. I'm fine. And the fucking Schwartz is like, yeah, but you were fucking wailing. He's like, no, I wasn't. I wasn't wailing. I wasn't squealing. But oh no, chat. As they're walking away, got little Randy. He's like trailing behind them, chat, because he can barely fucking move. I mean, he's just sweating profusely in that thing, chat. It's not good. But then they hear that laugh. It's Farkas, chat. It's Farkas with his goddamn green teeth and yellow eyes, the school bully, chat, and the dead raccoon he wears for a hat. He's like one of the worst bullies, I think, to ever be featured in cinema, chat. Man, he's like even worse than a Stephen King bully, chat, this guy. This guy is like, he would be the leader of those bullies. And he fucking walks out, and Ralphie's like, oh, this guy's fucking horrifying. And all he does is, chat, he just pushes Randy to the ground. And Randy just like, if I don't move, he won't see me. He's using T-Rex rules, chat. Randy's ahead of his time. He's using T-Rex rules. If I don't move, he cannot see me, and I'm not a threat. I love it. And so the boys are like, fuck Randy, have him, and they run off, chat. But oh no, they got Farkas's little toady, chat. This little kid is, and they're like, oh, he's like, yeah, he's like, ah, they're all scared and shit, and they run back to where Randy is and everything. And they would go over the hierarchy, chat. In school, you're either a bully like Farkas, or you're a toady like Farkas's toady, or you're just an unwilling victim, chat. Them's the rules, okay? That's what life is like in the jungle, chat, of elementary school. Okay, those are the 3 levels, chat. And Ralphie and his friends and Randy, they're all on that. They're on the lowest part of the totem pole. I just love how Ralphie describes Randy as just like, he was just laying there like a slug. It was his only defense. I love that. And they fucking, you know, little Toady and Farkas, they go, rah! They run away, they scream. By the way, the guy that plays Farkas, apparently he still gets paid for that movie. I think annually he makes like $1,000 off that film every single year, and all he does now is just donates it to charity. He's been in several films. I think he's still working to this day. Like the last movie I saw him in, but like I remember him, is he played one of the teenagers who was killed in Freddy vs. Jason. This is Farkas, chat, where I guess he died years ago, but he's brought back for like a flashback sequence, one of the characters, where it looked like he killed himself. He slit his wrist in the bathtub, chat, but it was actually Freddy Krueger that killed him. It's that same actor. Yeah, it's just crazy that he's still making all, $1,000, but still he just donates to charity. He's a good guy. He's not what what he actually is in the movie, chat. I like that. And so they fucking run home, chat. They fucking run home, and it's just a goddamn nightmare. But Ralphie gets home. He writes his goddamn essay saying that the airsoft BB Red Ryder rifle is the best present ever. You can shoot things with it. You can murder little animals with it. It's just the absolute fucking best. You can't beat it, chat. You can't beat it. But he doesn't want to, of course, be shot down by his parents, chat. And he has like a lot of vision, chat, like of how things would play out, like if he had that gun. We get this one where it's kind of like an old Western, chat, where he literally is dressed up like he's like a rhinestone cowboy, chat, all glittering and shit, and he has to take down Black Bart to protect the homestead, chat, and he's shooting all these guys and the white and black striped shirts and everything, chat, like they just escaped from fucking prison, just nailing each and every one, murdering these people, chat, in his dreams, taking each one. He doesn't defeat Black Bart, he doesn't kill Black Bart, but he's like, if you ever come back here, I'll kill you, and he strings the bodies up of all Black Bart's acolytes, shit, on like trees and shit. It's pretty goddamn dark. Pretty goddamn dark, chat. Now, I'm not going to say Ralphie's a racist, chat, or this movie's a little racist, but, there are black people in the movie, chat, but mostly background, but Ralphie, he did shoot a lot of black people in this scene. I'm just like, this is kind of fucked up. I don't know if you want to do that. Thank you for the 5 minutes. I love the Western flashback because he's chewing tobacco. He's actually chewing tobacco, chat. Like, you would never see that in a film nowadays. And he's shooting a lot of people. So it's pretty fucked up. But then he gets out of the vision, chat. And he goes downstairs. He goes downstairs, and he hears his they got the fucking food ready and everything. They're making dinner. Mom's making red cabbage again. Always the fucking red cabbage, chat. It's crazy. The bedweather's Jack. No, Nia Brownie, no. Cancel. All I'm saying, chat, is cancel Ralphie. He's a little sociopath. But they'll get downstairs. Mom's making red cabbage again. She always fucking does. But then they hear the fucking dad coming in. He's fucking excited as hell, chat. We've never heard him this happy, Chad. The last time he's been this happy is when he was murdering Nazis and the Japanese in World War II. But He comes back, and the Bumpuses dog share chase at. The Bumpuses have like all these fucking bloodhounds, chat, and they're pieces of shit. They're always destroying the neighborhood, chat. And the Bumpuses don't keep them on a goddamn leash. It's terrible, chat. Keep your dogs on leashes, all right? And they all get in there. They're trying to get in their chat, and Ralphie's daddy fucking slams the goddamn door. The dog's ears like, oh, the dog's ears like almost severed off, chat, when the door slammed. They take off later on. But the dad, he is so happy. He is so happy, chat, because he has finally won an award. And they're like, oh my God, you've won an award? Like, what is it? He goes, I don't know, but I won it. He like, doesn't know what it's for. Barely at work. It was a delay, and they finally let him know tonight, and apparently the award is coming tonight. And he's like, it could be anything. It could be a bowling alley. And the wife's like, you fucking moron. How are they going to deliver a bowling alley to our house? He's like, I don't know. They bring the goddamn deed. But anyway, I won something. I did. This is what he's always wanted to do in live chat. He's wanted to win something. And so they're sitting down for dinner and everything like that. And the dad, he's not even eating. He's just so excited. And hear a good old knock on the door, a little tippity tap on the door. And he's like, oh, shit, he's so excited. And the mom's like, oh, here we fucking go. He goes to the door, chat, opens it up in this giant fucking box. The guy goes, hey, are you Mr., are you the guy? Are you the old man? He goes, I am. Bring it in. Are you Mr. Parker? They wheel this fucking huge thing in, chat, and they just put it right down the ground. And they go, all right, Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, you fucking asshole. And they take off. And they're like, what the hell is this? And so, Ralphie's dad, the old man, he's just like, I think it's Italian. I mean, look what it says in the box, fragile. And the wife's like, that says fragile. He's like, yeah, I was just saying it the Italian way. She's like, sure. And he gets a fucking crowbar, chat. He opens up that goddamn box, but he can't find it. It's all filled with hay. Filled with all the wrapping and stuff, and he starts throwing this shit all around. He goes, oh my God, and the kids and the mother are like, what is it? He's like, look what I have, and it's like a plastic leg, Chad. It's a very curvaceous leg of a woman, shit, of a woman. Got the net stockings and everything. And the wife is just like, what the fuck is this thing? And he's like, oh, wait a minute, there's more in here. And he's like, oh, it's a lampshade. It's a lamp. And the wife's like, this is the most disgusting lamp I've ever seen in my life. But the dad, he is just so happy about it, Chad. He's just like, I won this. This is beautiful. Even though it's like gaudy and ugly as sin. And he's like, I know just where to put it. And the wife is like, she does not want that there. He puts it right in front of the house, Chad. Right in front of the house, right in front of the big window where everyone can fucking see it, Chad. He plants it right there, takes the plug, and we see like they have like a million goddamn plugs in the house. And, like in this one outlet, and he goes, ooh, if you put one more in there, the whole thing will fucking go. You take down the power grid of Chicago. He's like, fuck it. He sticks that one in there, Chad. Boom! Blows up. You can smell the ozone and everything. He's like, that's okay. I just tripped a fuse. He turns the fuses back on, Chad, nails it, puts that in there, and the lamp is just glowing brightly. The whole leg itself is a goddamn lamp, Chad. So all you see is the leg. And he's like, it's beautiful. And the wife is just like, He's like, wait, I'm going to go outside and see how it looks outside. And he steps outside, and he's like directing the wife, no, move it over so it's like prominently in the window. And like all the neighbors, chat, like all the men come and go like, hey, Parker, what do you got in there? He's like, it's an award. He's like, looks like a woman's leg in there. It's like a severed leg. He goes, yeah, it's my severed leg, yeah. And the wife is just so fucking mortified, just like, oh my God, no. And he's like, yeah, it's my award. And as everyone just starts amassing the poor Mrs. Park, she's so embarrassed and everything. Of course, you would be, which is so gaudy and ugly looking. And the dad's just like, he's about to go back inside when the wife turns the thing off. He's like, why'd you turn it off? Why'd you turn it? Oh, it looks great. And he goes back inside, Chad. He goes back inside. We also, Chad, I forgot. Before the leg lamp comes in, we also got one of my other favorite scenes in the movie, Chad. Right before this happens, Chad. Well, the dad, he was waiting for his award. Of course, little Ralphie's brother, Chad, Randy, he refuses to eat as we know, Chad. Like, remember when you were a little kid and you just didn't want to eat anything? Everything disgusted you, Chad. You just wanted the most plain stuff imaginable, Chad. Goddamn cheeseburger. Like a cheeseburger patty, white bread, ketchup, boom, you're done. That's all you really wanted, Chad. You just wanted McDonald's back in the day. And Ralphie's, Randy, he's very much the same way, Chad. He refuses to eat. He doesn't want to eat this meatloaf, beetloaf. I hate meatloaf. Doesn't want to eat the red cabbage. Doesn't want to eat the potatoes, Chad. Doesn't want none of that shit. And the mom, she fucking tricks Randy. She tricks Randy, chat. And she's like, okay, the only way I can get him to eat is to pretend he's something else. It's weird, but it works. The mom's the MVP, and she makes these goddamn kids get in their fucking nutrition. As mom says, there's like a million starving children in China right now, okay? You know, they would be happy for this kind of food. Thank you, Dogs, for the 5 minutes. It wasn't a looking dinner. It's hearty American food. I would eat it, chat. I like some meatloaf right now. I like some meatloaf and some potatoes and some. I'm not a big red cabbage guy, but I'll eat it. I'll eat red cabbage. And so, so she's like, all right, Randy, who's my little piggy? And he's like, the dad's just so disgusted. Ralphie's so disgusted with what's happening. And so in order to get him to stuff his goddamn gob is to pretend to be a piggy, chat, and just eat all this shit. And so she's like, what does the little piggy do? He goes, this is so disgusting. She's like, how do little piggies eat? And he goes, and he just starts stuffing his face, chat. Just starts ramming his head into the goddamn plate and just over and over and over again. The mother's having a blast of this. She's just laughing her ass off, and the dad's just like, I need to leave now. I'm just so disgusted by you. I gotta get going. But little Randy's just like, just laughing. And that's when the doorbell rings. So I forgot that very important scene, chat. It's a great moment in the movie. But then after that, we get to the real good shit. We get to the real goddamn good shit. Because now we cut, and they got to go ahead and get themselves a Christmas tree. They got to buy themselves a Christmas tree, okay? Christmas is only a couple of days away. And so they go out there, chat, and they're going Christmas tree shopping. And you got these guys, you know, these tree salesmen are just trying to throw them any goddamn tree, just buy it and shut the hell up. And he's trying to trick his dad and shit. He's like, here, this is a good tree. Look, none of the needles are falling off. And they look down like all the needles have fallen off. And he's like, yeah, well, man, you know, that one's not as good. How about this one? And they throw this other tree. And it's like half the tree doesn't even exist. Shit, like all the needles are gone. And they finally settle on this one tree, this massive fucking tree. And he's like, now here, this is a tree. And Ralphie's dad, he's just like, that's the one I want. And the wife, who's the only logical person in the fucking family, says, that's not gonna fit inside our living room. That thing is way too big. It's a goddamn fire hazard. And the dad's like, don't worry about it. It's fine. And, you know, but he likes to negotiate, chat. You know, he likes to barter. That's what Ralphie's always describes his dad as. He likes the process of negotiation. You know, time spent on the North African front, chat. Went to a lot of these bazaars, bought a lot of stuff, chat, with the stuff of the GI Bill. And basically the guy goes, okay, listen, I'll give you this much off, but you got to tie it to yourself, but I'll provide the rope. He goes, deal. There you go. The deal has been done, chat. And they tie this fucking thing to the car, and they go on their way home, chat. They go on their way home. They're singing Christmas carols, jingle bells, jingle all the way, having a great family time, chat. And the dad's just like, I fucking hate this. I just want to go home. I want to listen to my football game. I want to drink a brewski. Just shut the hell up. Well, chat, boom! The tire hits. We had a flat tire, chat. It runs over something. He goes, shit. Thing is, Dad. The thing is, chat. The dad, he loves flat tires because he likes to time himself. It's just weird. Like, he loves fucking with the furnace. He loves fucking with flat tires. He times himself to see if he can break his record. And so he pulls over to the road. He has a spare tire. He goes outside and he starts working on it. Gets the bolts off and everything. But then, Ralphie's mom, she says, Ralphie, why don't you go outside and help your father? And he goes, really? She goes, yeah, help him. And he's like, okay. He goes out there all excited. He wants to help his dad, wants to bomb his dad. And the dad's, he's like, what the fuck do you want? And he's going, oh, well, Mom said you might need my help. He goes, all right, you know what? Here, hold the hubcap. I'm gonna put the bolts in. All right, I'm gonna put the bolts in, and we can get this done real quick. And he goes, cool. And so he's like, all right, time me. He asks his wife to time me. And so they're putting all the stuff in there. He takes all the bolts off, chat. Puts him in the thing. But the dad accidentally brushes the hubcap. He actually flips it, and all the bolts go up in the air. And then Ralphie goes, oh, fudge. But he didn't say fudge. He said the big one, chat. The F dash 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 word, chat. And the dad's like, what did you say? And Ralphie's like, he's like, that's what I thought you said. Even though Ralphie's dad's been using that word the entire time, and Ralphie knows, he's like, he is fucked. He's fucked. It's over. It's over. And he's like, go back in the car. He goes back in the car, chat. He sits down there. He ain't saying nothing. Maybe hoping to God that his dad won't say, maybe he'll just not even acknowledge it. He sits there. Everything go? Mom's like, everything go okay? She's just like, okay, I guess it went okay. And then the dad comes back. He's upset because he didn't nearly break his time, Chad, at all. He wanted to see how fast he could do it. He's like, nah, terrible. So then now another opportunity blown. He goes back in the car, and she goes like, everything okay? He's like, do you know what your son just said? Anytime you have like a spouse that says, you know what your son just said? Like, no, your son, the thing that came out of you, not me. And she goes, no. And he's like, come here, I'll tell you. And then he tells her, she's like, Ralphie! And then we cut to the editing in this movie doesn't get enough respect because for all the humor. Like, another great director, Chad, who's really good at editing specifically for comedies is Edgar Wright. And I wonder if maybe he was inspired by this film, how they cut from scene to scene. We have that Ralphie, and we immediately cut with the music all, going up, Chad, with him sitting there with the fucking soap in his mouth. And because he has to wash his mouth out, Chad, because he knows some dirty language, goddamn dirty language, right? So the mom's just fucking, looking at him and shit. He goes, blech. And she's like, all right, spit out. She's like, okay, Ralphie, I want to know where you heard that word from, okay? I want you to be honest with me. And Ralphie knows where he heard the word from. He heard it from his dad. His dad uses that word and many other words, many slurs all goddamn day. There's no question about it. But doesn't want to implicate his dad, Chad, because that's his dad. Doesn't want, I love it. Even though the dad's the one that got him in the trouble, he doesn't want to rat on his own father, Chad. So he has some sense of loyalty, some sense of morality, Chad. What he does is blame one of his friends. The friends fuck each other over constantly. And he says, the first name that came to his mind, Chad, Schwartz. And the mother goes, oh, of course, Schwartz. Like that kid's like a bad seed, I guess he is. And so she goes, here, and she puts the goddamn soap back in his mouth. He goes, no. And she goes to the phone. And she's going to call up the Schwartz residence, chat. And she gets Mrs. Schwartz on the phone. She's like, hello. And she's like, hi. No, I'm doing just fine, Mrs. Schwartz. I'm just calling because I wanted to ask you something. Do you know what word Ralphie just used? She's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. No, I don't know what word. Well, it was this word. She says, it was fuck. And she goes, what? And she goes, yes, that one. Now, where do you think he heard it from? And she says, probably his father, which is true, which is totally true. Mrs. Schwartz fucking nailed it, Jet. She nailed it. And no, but that... But Ralphie's mom says, no, not his father, from your son. And we hear... This is my favorite part of the movie, Chad, because the Mrs. Schwartz on the other end of the line, it kills me every time. She goes, what? Her fucking shriek, shit. She goes, what? And then in the background, we just hear, she's like, oh no, Mom, what'd I do? She's just whoops his ass, shit. He's like, I don't know what I did. And we just hear this, Mom, no. It's like, I just love it. Oh my God, Ralphie's he's an asshole. That's what I'm telling you, okay? Kids are sociopaths. Thank you, because you're the 5 minutes. Every time that moment happens in the movie, it fucking kills me. It's so goddamn funny. Oh Lord. But then Ralphie's mom comes back. She takes the fucking soap out of his mouth. And she goes, all right, fucking wash your mouth out. And you go straight to bed. Oh, you're lucky you did your homework earlier this afternoon. And I don't want you reading no comic books, okay? I want to make sure lights are out. Don't give me that look, young man. I made it. And, he goes to bed, chat. And he's mad at his parents. Of course, he's mad at his mom, chat. So he imagines a scenario where, because of all the soap he consumed in his life, chat, he gets the soap blindness, chat. So one time he goes back to visit his parents as a blind man. They're like, oh, look, it's Ralphie. What's wrong, son? And he goes, I'm blind. They're like, oh my God, what happened to you? He goes, the blindness was caused by one specific thing. They're like, what? What is it, son? It was soap poison. And they go, oh no, it's all our fault. It's our fault. Oh, son, I'm so sorry. And then we cut to Ralphie just in bed going, yeah, I'll get him back. Just a piece of shit. Just a piece of shit. And then it's the next day, chat. It's the next day. They go to school. It's always intercut, chat, with Farkas and his little toady just chasing them, chat, in between scenes. It's very funny. But then it's the next day. And Ralphie and his little brother Randy Chad listening to the radio. And apparently, Chad, one of their favorite shows is Orphan Andy, Chad. Ovaltine presents Orphan Andy, or Orphan Annie. And every week, kids tune in to see if she's going to be giving them a secret message, Chad. Giving them a secret message, reveal maybe like a very important plot detail or somehow maybe a specific detail that will save Orphan Annie in the future. And they imagine decoding. They got these little decoder things, Chad. It came in the mail. If you're a subscriber to Ovaltine, if you buy Ovaltine, you get to send in all these coupons, and they send you this thing. And he got it, Chad. He got it, and he looked, and he's like, okay, great. I have my program on. I'm going to hear it, see what the code is, and I'm going to translate it with my little decoder thing. But the thing is, though, fucking Randy, he wants to listen to the goddamn, Dread Pirate Robert shit. That's what he wants to listen to. He just want to listen to no goddamn Orphan Annie. And fucking, Ralphie's like, God damn it. So he takes the little radio he has, goes up into the bathroom, chat, and he starts decoding all this shit. Starts fucking spelling it all out. And it's like, oh my shit. Little Annie, she's telling me something very important. And by the time he deciphers the entire message, chat, he goes, oh my God. Please be sure to drink your Ovaltine? What the fuck? All this from a crummy commercial? That's corporatization, kid. That's capitalism at work. Tricked him, chat. I love it. Oh, it's so good. Just the look he gives, like, oh. What a jip, as he says. And he fucking goes, and then Randy's like, I gotta use the bathroom. He's about to shit himself, chat. And then, chat, he's like, all right, here you go. Fucking shit yourself. Randy gets the toilet ready, chat. About to take out. By the way, another great editing moment right here. Chat, he takes down his pants. It's about to take down his pants, and we immediately cut to the kitchen where we see just a giant, just industrial-sized pot of red cabbage. It's like, oh my God, no! Stop feeding them the red cabbage. They can't. They can't shit right anymore. It's just liquid. Anyway, he goes ahead and he sits down. Ralphie sits down. He's disappointed, chat. Not getting no goddamn gun. Not getting no goddamn secret message from Orphan Annie, chat. It just sucks. It's a sucky night. And, the mom, she's putting all the food on the plate. And she looks at the lamp. She looks at Ralphie and she goes, I'll be back in a minute. And she goes out there, chat. Ralphie, he's like, wait a minute. And all of a sudden, chat, because Ralphie's dad's working on the radiator. He's working on the furnace downstairs, chat. So he doesn't know what's going on. And all of a sudden, chat, we hear this giant crash in the living room. And Ralphie's dad, he runs up. He goes, what happened? What happened? And Ralphie's like, I ain't saying nothing. And he turns the corner, chat, and we see the wife of the fucking lamp, chat, the leg, completely destroyed, broken into several pieces and everything. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was just watering the plants, and I guess my water jug just nudged it, and it fell over. And the father knows, is like, you lying bitch. He goes right there, chat. He just takes it from her, and he's like, you were jealous of this lamp, weren't you? You were always jealous. And she goes, of that thing? Why would I be jealous of this thing? Because I won. Because I fucking won something. You couldn't take it. And she goes, that I would never be jealous of something as disgusting and stupid and useless as that lamp. And the dad is just about, he honestly, Chad, I think if the kids weren't there, he would have smacked her. I just got that sense, Chad. I don't know. I think he was close to him. He's like, I can't do this in front of the kids. And he was just like, go! And he had so much rage inside of him, Chad. He was so fucking furious. The only thing he could say is, not a finger! That's all he could say. I don't know why. I just don't move a finger. He's looking for, that's the thing he asked. Like, where's the glue? She's like, we're out of glue. He's like, you used all the glue just so I couldn't fix it. She's like, why would I do that? And he's like, glue. He's like, not a finger. And he goes out, Chad, to get glue. And then we cut back later in the night where he has meticulously tried to put this fucking thing back together. And it's like, oh, you gotta let the glue dry though, you idiot. Was he using Elmer's or some shit? And so it looks horrible though. The stocking is all ripped on, the nylon's all ripped, chat. It just does not look good. So he puts it all together, Chad, and he's like, I can put the lampshade on it, Chad. He puts the lampshade, and the whole thing fucking collapses. And he's just like, oh. And the wife in the background is just laughing her ass off, Chad. And she's trying to hide it. And he, turns to her and looks at her just like, and he, walks out and shit. And we hear Ralphie narrating, goes, he spent the next few hours just holding that lamp, buried in the backyard next to the garage. And for several years throughout my childhood, I thought I heard a strange tapping right on the concrete. It's like it's alive, Chad. It's hilarious. It's so goddamn funny. But I guess you know, the father and the mother, they forgave each other, Chad. It's like, all right, you know, he had misplaced rage issues, Chad, misplaced rage issues, sadly. But then, next day of school, Chad, obviously, as we know, Ralphie handed in his essay to Miss Shields, and they're going to get their grades back, and of course, he has this whole vision of how Miss Shields is going to see his essay, Chad, and she's like, oh, Ralphie, a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas. Oh, the Vapors, A+++. And she goes around the room, and everyone's like, yay, Ralphie, you're our new god. As they're just worshiping him, she's like, I am your new god, bow before me. And it's great. But then, Chad, reality fucking hits him right in the goddamn face. Because as she hands back the paper, she hands back Ralphie's paper, C. And what does it say on the goddamn, because teachers always love to do this, Chad. They give you the grade, but they also wrote a little note in like a little giant bubble, too. And what does it say next to the fucking C, Chad? You'll shoot your eye out. And he's like, no! And apparently, Chad, The Wizard of Oz was a huge movie back then. It was the Star Wars of its day. It was the Star Wars of its day, chat. Very culturally relevant, even into the 1940s, even though it came out in the 30s, chat. And all of a sudden, the fucking Wicked Witch of the West and the Witch of the North they just appear. Then they go, and the devil and Satan's there too, for some reason, chat. And they go, you'll shoot your eye out. You'll shoot your eye out. He's just being mocked. He's just so mad, and so. He's John Lake Lamp of Blumhouse production. Yes, let's get that. That's a sequel deserved. Now Christmas Story 2. Now there's also another sequel that's like takes place in July called A Summer Story. Came out in the 90s, where Miss Shields is the only character to return. I'm gonna go through the history of Christmas Story. It's very actually interesting. Kind of like the sequels that happened. But Ralphie, he's just so distraught over today, Chad. I mean, things have just not been going his way. Ovaltine betrayed him. Miss Shields betrayed him, Chad. He's not going to get that goddamn gun like he wants. And he's just walking home. She's walking home. And then while he's walking home, all of a sudden, a fucking snowball comes out of nowhere and just right in the goddamn face. And I'm sorry, Chad, when you get hit with a snowball in the face, that's like, all right, fuck you. You lose it, Chad. You just get mad. Like, snowball like anywhere else, it's like, all right, whatever, that's fine. But in the face, especially if it's ice, it's like, what the fuck? And his glasses fall down and everything, Chad. And he's just like, oh, and he starts crying because you would. He's like, oh. And then who threw it, Chet? You hear him before you see him. It's fucking Farkas, Chet. Farkas with his goddamn yellow eyes and green teeth just laughing at him. And Ralphie, he's just going, he's like about to cry. He's like, Farkas, like, you gonna cry? Baby gonna cry? And Ralphie comes in and then something just snapped in me. And Ralphie going, and he attacks Farkas shit, just starts beating the shit out of Farkas shit, just punching him. I mean, Farkas like, ow, he can't get him off him. And Toadie's just like, hey, get off of him. Fucking Ralphie just fucking backhands Toadie, sends him flying. And Toadie's like, I'm gonna tell my dad. And he fucking runs off. Meanwhile, all the other kids, chat, like Schwartz is there, Flick is there, Randy, he's like, I gotta get mom, he's gonna kill this kid. And so Randy, he goes and gets his mom, brings the mom over, chat, and she gets Ralphie off of Farkas. She's like, well, Ralphie, stop hurting him, He's like, and he starts crying. She's like, okay, wear your glasses, give me your glasses, we're going home, we're gonna go home right now. She takes Randy, she leads him home. And you think, oh no, he's gonna be grounded, he's gonna be punished because his dad's gonna beat him, everything. He goes Kingpin. He's like, you embarrassed me in front of her. Just starts smashing, just that Vincent D'Onofrio movie, just going like a gorilla or something like that, just like over and over again. But then they go home, chat, and she takes him to the bathroom. He's all sobbing, It's just that, like, I'm about to hyperventilate kid crying thing. She's like, all right, get out. Here's what she puts a warm washcloth over his back of his neck to calm him down. Calm down. Eventually she calms him down. She's like, okay, just go to your room. Just rest, sleep. Okay, everything's going to be all right. And then she goes back down. So Ralphie's just thinking, oh, my God, my mom's going to tell my dad. My dad's going to be so upset. What happened? And we see the mom. She's making dinner. And she hears like it was like someone's crying or something. And she does I used to do this as a kid too. Whenever I get upset or I thought my parents were mad at me, I'd hide in the cupboard, like underneath the sink and shit. And she opens it up and she sees little Randy there. She's like, what's wrong, Randy? And Randy's like, Daddy's gonna kill Ralphie. She's like, Daddy's not gonna kill Ralph. He's like, yes, he is. She's like, no, he's not. It's gonna be fine. She's like, you want to come out of there? You go, She's like, do you want some milk? okay. And she brings him some milk. She hands it to him, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna close this now. And she fucking closes the cupboard thing. And then the dad comes home. He sits down. He sees fucking Randy come out of the goddamn cupboard like, what the fuck is going on? Hilarious. And then, you know, the mom calls Ralphie. He sits down and everything. And the mom, this is why she's the MVP of the movie, Chad. That's why she's the MVP. Because she wants to tell her husband the truth. Okay, just want to keep secrets from him, except for the leg. The leg thing is, I mean, well, she didn't lie to him. She said, I just nudged it. I mean, she did actually admit that she broke it. So she's playing fast and loose with the rules here, chat. But she says, and because, you know, her dad's looking at Ralphie, he's like, oh, what's wrong with you? And because he's got a little downcast, he looks scared and shit. And he's like, oh, well, Ralphie got into a fight today. And the dad goes, wait, what? She goes, oh, you know how boys are. It just happens. Like, hey, I hear the Chicago Bears, they might be up this season. He goes, oh, yeah, the Chicago Bears, it looks pretty good. And it's like tricks the dad, chat. And then Ralphie looks at the mom looks at Ralphie, and they have a mutual understanding, respect with each other, chat. You see that in their eyes. They interlock, and Ralphie even says, from now on, things between my mom and I will be different, which is a fucking lie. Which is a goddamn lie. Oh, no, Trixie, welcome to the stream. Just a moment of my review for A Christmas Story. We're almost actually towards the end, chat. Very, very close. Very, very close. But now, chat, now. So all that, a lot of stress. It's been a stressful time right now. But, hey, Ralphie, he's like, okay, the Ovaltine thing didn't work out, but maybe I can still get that BB gun. And the one person I didn't consider, Santa Claus. If I appeal to the fat man and I could prove I've been good, which is a lie, he can't, Chad. He's been naughty all goddamn year. But he's like, if I can get to him and I can ask him for something for Christmas, because I can't rely on my parents. They're not giving it to me. Miss Shields not giving it to me. Maybe Santa will. And so they go to a goddamn Christmas night, Christmas Eve parade or something. They all go there, chat. Oh, it's fucking wonderful. It's so goddamn wonderful, chat. You got fucking Mickey Mouse and hi, little boys, hi, little girls. And it's all waving and shit. The parents point out, got more Wizard of Oz. Look, all the floats are Wizard of Oz themed, chat. I don't know if they were just on hand at the time when they made the movie. But again, it was a huge popular film back in the day, chat. It was the Star Wars of its day. And Ralphie's like, all right, I'm done with all the floats. I want to go see Santa. And the parents are like, all right. And so they take him to the giant fucking mall, chat. And they go, okay, listen, you just get in line right here. Your dad and I, we're going to pick up some more things, and we'll pick you up here like an hour, okay? And they're like, okay, cool. And so Ralphie and Randy, they go right where they think the line is, and everyone starts saying, hey, what are you doing? No cuts. And they're like, well, what's wrong? And they say, this is the line for Santa. And they go, this is the end of the line for Santa. The beginning of the line is back there, and it goes for rows upon rows of kids and parents, chat. And Ralphie's like, shit. And he takes Randy with him, chat. And they go all the way to the end. And again, we get more fucking cameo appearances of Wizard of Oz characters, chat. The Wicked Witch and the Tin Man and the Cowardly, all there. It's just a lot of that imagery in this movie. I don't know for what reason. Again, it's just a popular film back in the day. And so they're all waiting there, chat. And we see this really creepy fucking kid who is like wearing these aviation goggles on, chat. And he goes, I like Santa Claus. And he just stares at Ralph, and Ralphie's like, I don't have time for your crazy ass. I know that kid just is horrifying to me. And so, eventually, the Wicked Witch of the West passed by. He's like, what would you want for Christmas, little girl? And asks Ralph, what would you want for Christmas, little boy? She's like, leave me alone, I'm thinking. And the Wicked Witch is like, all right, fair enough. And the creepy kid turns to Ralphie and goes, I like the Wizard of Oz. And he's like, shut up. Just doesn't want to set him off, chat, but he's just weird. And so eventually the line keeps going and keeps going. But it's getting towards the end of the night, chat. The mall's about to close. And they got a lot. And by the way, every time like we hear, like occasionally we hear just ho, 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 preceded by a just kids crying, chat, but just ho, ho, ho. And I'm sorry, chat. Santa Claus is horrifying when you're a little kid. So I'll tell you a story about me, chat. Because I was little, and like for all kids my age, you know, like little, 5, 6-year-old Chris, all love the idea of Santa Claus. Watch the specials, chat. We love Christmas time, okay? We got things. We love that shit. We love getting home from school, getting into snowball fights, and building snow. It was a great time. But the idea of actually being with Santa, chat, was too much for our little brains. We just break down. We can't do it. He's an intimidating guy, and like even when you go to the mall and shit, it's just like just nervous, chat. It's nervous. But one year, I remember this distinctly. One year, my family, it was like my grandmother, my aunt, and everything, other grandparents, I think were there too, on both sides of the family. They're like, oh, we have a really special present for you this year, Chris. I'm like, oh, really? What's happening? And they're like, oh, Santa's going to deliver it to you. It's like, Santa, wow. He's like, he's going to bring it here himself. I'm like, wait, what? And then all of a sudden, I hear this knock, because, you know, my not going to go via the chimney, but I hear a knock on the door, and they're like, uh-oh, I wonder who that is. And they go to the door, chat. And they open up the goddamn door, and I hear, ho, ho, ho. My dad is such an asshole. He did the fucking ho, ho, ho from the Christmas story. Ho, ho, and I see him at the door. I'm going, ah! I get so scared, chat. I run to the pantry, and I lock myself in the pantry. And my dad comes there, and my parents are like, oh, no, it's fine. It's Santa. It's Santa. I'm like, I don't want to see Santa right now. You better watch out. And so my father dressed up as Santa Claus, chat, but he scared me so much. And they did this whole little skit of him trying to get up the chimney and everything, but it's just like, no, it's just, I was traumatized, chat. To wrap it up, it did not work. And so I totally understand the mindset of these children who just, Santa, it's too much. It's too much. He's such a mythological, huge figure to little kids. And when he's in front of you, you can't handle it. And so I totally understood why all these kids felt the same way. So eventually, Chad, we all go up to the goddamn line, and you get the one kid that's just like, I like the Wizard of Oz, and they put him on Santa's lap, and he goes, ho, ho, ho. The kid goes, ah! He starts screaming. He's like, all right, get him out of here. And and these elves are such assholes, Chad. They're just little pricks. Like they're so spiteful and evil, but they also love their job at the same time. They just push these kids down the slide, go, ah! And eventually they get Randy. And they fucking take Randy, put him on Santa's lap. He's like, ho, ho. Randy's just like, ah. And they just fucking push him down. And Ralphie, he's just like, holy shit, Santa's intimidating and everything. Yeah, Santa's very, very intimidating. And so then after that point, they get Ralphie. He's just like, oh my God. And they do this great perspective, like you see everything from how Ralphie sees it. Yeah, they used a little of this camera. They just moved it around and stuff. And so you see from Ralphie's perspective, he's moved around by these elves and shit. It's like, come on, kid, the store's closing and all that shit. And they turn him around on Santa's lap. He's just going, ho, ho, ho. What would you like for Christmas, little boy? And Ralphie's just like, he's just traumatized, shit. He's like, he's gone beyond scared. Like, all logic and reason is just ended. He can't say anything, chat. And so the Santa's just like, oh, okay, this little kid. How about this? How about a nice football? And Ralphie's like, yeah, football. He's like, no. He's like, and Santa's like, okay, get him out of here. And the elf takes him, Chad, and is like about to push him down the slide. But Ralphie's like, wait, wake up, stupid, wake up. And he goes, no. And he stops himself from going down the slide, and he like, gah. God, he climbs the slide, and the elves and Santa are like staring at him, just going like, "Wait, I want a goddamn fucking airsoft red BB shooting rifle." And he smiles at him, and Santa goes, "You shoot your eye out, kid." And he goes, "What?" And Santa just goes, ho, 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 and just pushes him down the slide, just right in the fucking face, kicks him in the face. Ralphie goes, no, and he goes all the way down where his little brother is, and they just lay there, just traumatized. Eventually, the parents stop by, chat. They get there, and they're like, and they're skipping with the fucking Wizard of Oz characters again. Shit is like, I don't know, having a goddamn good time. And they get there, and they're like, how was Santa Claus? And they're like, horrifying. And they're like, perfect, makes sense. And they all go home, shit. They all go home. Kids are exhausted, and the parents are like, all right, we want some time to ourselves, so better get upstairs now, okay? Because I think I just heard Santa. I heard some reindeer on the roof. Maybe it was Santa's reindeer. They go, oh shit, and they go upstairs, shit, and they hide. They hide up there. And, at this point, the parents are like, all right, get the fucking gifts. And lay them all down to the tree and shit. Then it's the next morning, and they're like, oh, the brother, Randy wakes up. Oh, shit, it's Christmas Day. They go downstairs, shit, and they see that the tree is covered in fucking presents all around the tree. They start ripping all this shit up. Randy's like, this one's mine. This one's mine. He's like, he gets a fucking Zeppelin for Christmas and shit. But Ralphie wants to see if he's gonna get that goddamn fucking BB gun, chat. That Red Ranger BB gun, right? And so all the parents come down. The dad, just like him and the wife, they had hot sweaty sex last night. Clearly, chat. They've been up for a while, been drinking all goddamn night. He's like, oh my god, I need some coffee. And they open up all the presents, and then Ralphie gets the one particular present, chat, from his aunt, who believes he's a girl for some reason. He's like, oh, Jesus, oh, no. And the mom's like, go ahead, Ralphie, open it up. And he's like, I don't really want it. She's like, oh, come on, open it. And she goes, all right. Opens it up, chat, and he's like, oh, my God. And the mom's like, well, show us what it is. And he takes this thing out, chat, and he's like, what is that? It's like, it looks like a bunny rabbit costume or something, chat. And even the dad's like, why the fuck did she do that? Why did she make that for him? And she's like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. Ralphie, go upstairs and put it on. He's like, She's like, do it right now, okay? Your aunt worked very hard on that. And she goes, oh, Jesus. And he goes up the stairs. He goes up, he puts this thing on. And they're like, okay, Ralphie, come down. We want to see you. And Randy's just like, I can't wait to see this bullshit. And Ralphie, he comes down the goddamn stairs. He comes down the stairs. It was a Red Ryder BB gun, the second gun I ever owned in life. That's it, the Red Ryder BB gun. I forgot the name of the gun. There's a lot. Santa was a very intimidating chat. So he comes down the stairs, and Randy just goes, he's full bunny costume, chat, with the ears pink, with little bunny slippers, the little bunnies on the feet and everything like that. And the dad's like, oh my God, he looks like a pink nightmare. Even the mom's laughing, just like, oh my God, okay, you can take it off. Even the dad's just like, you don't want to wear that, do you? You don't want to wear that. And he's like, let him take it off. She's like, okay, take it off. You only wear it when your aunt's here. He goes up the stairs, chat, takes it off. He comes back downstairs. Fucking Randy, he passed out, chat, because he had so much goddamn sugar. Had a sugar high, surrounded by all his toys, chat. He's kaput. He's good for another 5 hours. But Ralphie's sitting with his parents, and, they're asking him, hey, so how was Christmas? He goes, it was pretty good Christmas. He goes, yeah. Get everything you want? He goes, almost everything. Oh, almost, yeah. Ah, what are you going to do? But then the dad looks over, he's like, hey, what's that in the corner? And the mom's like, you fucking did. The dad's like, oh, I fucking did. This is for the goddamn leg. Well, you go see what's in the corner there. And Ralphie's like, okay. And he's like, yeah, maybe it was a gift from Santa. It was me. And Ralphie goes in there, chat, takes this that looks like a very long gift, chat. It's in a very rectangular box. Takes the fucking thing. Pepto-Bismol pink, very much so, Cat's face. Unwraps it, chat. What is it, chat? It is the Red Ryder Action Airsoft BB gun. He just goes, oh my God. He's so happy, chat. He takes out of the fucking box, and the dad, he had something like this when he was a kid, and he's like showing his son how to do. Yeah, he knows all of it, chat. Putting the goddamn BBs in there, putting the gunpowder in there, everything, lock it up, shaking all that shit. And the mom's just like, I don't like that. This isn't good. It's a PS5. It's a PS5 of its day, chat. Very much so. And the mom's, and then he loads up the gun and everything. He's like, can I go try it out? The dad's like, sure, go in the back. And the mom's like, but don't shoot any animals. Don't shoot any animals and stuff. But dad's like, maybe you could shoot one of the Bumpus's dogs. The wife gives him a nasty look. And so wife goes in the kitchen, Chad. She's making a turkey dinner right now. She's making a goddamn turkey dinner. They do every single year. The husband, the fucking dad, he's a turkey hound. She's a turkey fiend. Always trying to nibble off some stuff. Hit up some turkey. But then we go outside here with Ralphie. He's got like this whole target already set up and everything, because that's what he's longed for, this shit, this metallic target. And so he gets this fucking gun ready. He gets his gun ready. He fucking gets it under his, right here, right between his armpit right there, loads it up, fucking got this thing right there. He's like, yes, I've always wanted this. I am the Red Ryder. And then, boom, fires up a round, chat, hits him right in the fucking eye. Ah! And he fucking shot his eye out, chat. That's what you get. That's what you get. Shot his goddamn eye out, chat. And so, he's like, bleeding profusely and everything. But thankfully, Shane only missed. He got his glasses, but it did wound him right there. And he looks for his glasses, like, my glasses. Pulls a fucking Velma. Trying to search for these goddamn glasses, chat. And eventually, here's a crunch. He's like, oh, no. Oh, no. He takes his foot off of them, chat, reaches down, his glasses, puts them on, chat. Ruined, chat. Glass falls at him. He's like, oh no. And so Ralphie then decides, chat, the only way he can get out of this is to lie. And he's like, I gotta work up some quick tea. He starts crying and everything. The mom hears this and goes, what the hell? She goes outside. She goes, Ralphie, what's wrong? He goes, oh, Mom, it was an icicle. It was really big and it fell down on me. It hit me right here and it broke my glasses and it hurt. And she's like, oh no, Ralphie, those icicles, gotta be careful. You can't stay underneath there. And she takes him to the goddamn bathroom, chat, to relax. She's like, okay, you're fine, you're fine. It's a little scratch. See, he was overdoing it, chat, but she bought it. She fucking bought it. Oh, things between my mom and me will be different. Bullshit. And so, but while this was all going down, chat, she forgot to lock the door. She forgot to close the door when she was helping Ralphie. And so all of a sudden, chat, the Bumpus' dogs invade the kitchen. And they start tearing this place apart, chat. They start eating the fucking turkey. They start eating all the stuffing, all the fixing shit. It's a goddamn a Christmas massacre. And the old man, well, she goes, no, the turkey. He's trying to rustle the dog, chat, but they escape with all of it, chat. And the mom comes down, she starts crying. She's like, oh my God. And the dad's just like, look at the fucking state of this. Look at the fucking state of this. No more goddamn turkey sandwiches. No more goddamn turkey meatloaf. No more goddamn turkey soup. It's all gone, all gone. And he's just like, fine, we'll go out to eat. And so, chat, we get to a very funny part of the movie that's a little bit racist. It's a little bit racist, chat. And they go, the only place that's open, chat, on Christmas Day is the Chinese food place. And they go there, chat. And then these Chinese people, they're happy to have customers. Usually they close up shop and they saw these white people like, oh, good, you have excellent. Yeah, we will help you. We will give you a proper Chinese goose and meal. And they're all excited about it. And we also provide entertainment. And so he gets his workers out there, sing for these white people, sing. And they do the whole fa-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra. Trying to do jingle bells, chat. Or like, no, deck the halls with bowls of jolly, and all that, chat. And they're like, deck the halls with bowls of Rory, fa-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra. They can't say L. They can't say L, Chad. It's hard for them to pronounce it. And the actors are just laughing as this is happening, Chad. They can't believe it. And I'm like, fuck it, just bring out the food, Jesus Christ. And so they bring all this wonderful spread, They got a turkey, they got a Christmas goose, but they had the head on. The wife's like, oh, Jesus God. She's just not used to that. And the guy's like, oh, what's wrong? And the husband's like, oh, the head, he's like, oh, yes, at the neck meat's very good. And he goes, yeah, but it's like it's smiling at me. And the guy goes, oh, and chops his fucking head off and just, the mom screams and shit. But the family enjoys a nice Christmas Chinese meal, chat, and they said it was the best. It was the best Christmas they ever had, chat. The food was amazing. The staff was great. Very, very accommodating, chat. And they had a wonderful meal. They had plenty of leftovers, too. And they went back home. And we see the final scene of the movie where the mom and dad, chat, they're sitting down in the living room. They have Christmas carols playing on the radio, chat. As a nice snowfall's landing, chat. They're loving each other and stuff. Like, they're snuggling, everything, enjoying a nice whiskey. She's enjoying a nice glass of wine. And then, chat, we cut up to the bedroom of Ralphie and Randy, chat. Randy's got his Zeppelin, chat. The Zeppelin, as we all know, is the future of air travel, chat. There is no problem with Zeppelins. Then we see Ralphie, chat, cuddling with his fucking gun, chat, in the bed, saying this is the best Christmas ever. And then, of course, as we know, chat, Ralphie, he went on to earn an engineering degree. An advanced engineering in college, chat. He was a master's, doctor, and everything. Worked for the Stark Enterprises, chat. Worked under Obadiah Stane. Tried to replicate the reactor, chat. The goddamn arc reactor. But as we all know, as Peter Billingsley, as Ralphie says, I'm not Tony Stark. And you have fuck Obadiah Stane going, Tony Stark built this in a cave with a couple of scraps. And Ralphie's just like, I'm not Tony Stark. I'm Ralphie Parker. And then, chat, because he was fired and so mistreated by both Tony Stark and Obadiah Stane, later teamed up with another employee that was fired by the Stark Enterprises, chat, Quentin Beck, chat, and he helped him create his illusion tech, chat, and also drone tech, so they could create massive illusions around the world, chat. So Mysterio would pose, using the tragedy of the Snapchat and the events of Endgame, would take advantage of people's emotions, chat, and try to fake being the greatest hero to ever live, but it was a lie, chat. But Peter Billingsley, as we all know, chat, Ralphie, he escaped, and he still has the illusion tech, chat. And so we don't know if he's gonna come back, but that sadly is the end of Ralphie's story, as far as we know, chat. I don't know if he'll be in the next Spider-Man movie. I assume so. Everyone's gonna be in the next Spider-Man movie, chat. But that, my friends, is a Christmas story. I hope you enjoyed the review. Ralph, after Chris sees Ralphie telling the story, that would be hilarious. I wish they did that to Jake Gyllenhaal. Yes, D. Carlox, absolutely. Oh, my Lord. Studio audience applause. There's a Christmas Story reference Iron Man 3. It's true. Oh, there you go, chat. B for botulism. You get botulism eating that raw turkey meat. It's true. Like a Christmas Story George Licker would tell you. Goddamn right he would. It's probably, I think A Christmas Story is a part of the MCU, chat. You can't change my mind. It's a fact. But now, my friends, I'm going to take a quick break, and I will come back and do my review for Batman Beyond, chat, Episode 7, Shriek. But until that time, please entertain yourselves amongst yourselves, and I shall return. Stick around.